Hey y'all, it's Courtney, and I'm back with a video. This is going to be a pretty serious video. This is going to be a video, this might be triggering for some people. If mental health talk and suicide talk bothers you, you might not want to watch this one. And I know my makeup looks really crazy right now. I just had to throw it back on. Because I was watching Brown Eyed Girl's video and I was crying like a little bitch, which is okay because, I mean, my God, if that video doesn't get you right in the heartstrings and right in your feels, and if you can't feel that video in your heart, then I don't know what you could feel about. So y'all go watch her video. It's the last one she posted as of right now. She posts more than once a day, so if you're not watching this the day it's made, then I can't remember what it's called, but I think it has suicide in the title. So try to go watch that. And I think it's 16 minutes and some odd seconds. She usually doesn't make that long a video, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. But go watch that video, and y'all see exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, I'll tell you. Edeka was a reaction type gaming channel, and he's done some crazy antics before. I think he's threatened suicide. He's disappeared before, had people really worried about him because they thought that he had hurt himself in the past. Just a lot of crazy antics. So a couple months ago, I believe it's been a couple months now, he just disappeared. And everybody just thought that he was, maybe pulling a prank or on hiatus, but was, not letting anybody know to be crazy and wacky and, his crazy antics, and then come back and be like, ha, I got y'all. And nobody took him seriously. Nobody took this seriously. I saw some people that kind of, mentioned it and were kind of worried about it, but nobody was like, hey, we need to find this guy. Nobody was really worried about him in the beginning. Well, come to find out, he committed suicide. They found him in a river in New York today. Well, they found him yesterday, and today it was confirmed that it was him. And that is just heartbreaking that anybody felt that way. Somebody that was so popular and had so many fans and so many friends and family and everybody else, they felt so lonely and so worthless that he thought that the best way out was to take his life. You can have everything in the world and still want to take your own life. So to me, that really spoke to me, that this guy has it all. A great YouTube channel, lots of fans, and he killed himself. So obviously, mental health can affect anybody. And I'm sure it affects you in one way or another. Maybe not you personally, but I know that you probably either have a friend or a family member, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, friend, somebody you know suffers with something. I can almost guarantee it. Me personally, I know what he's going through. I suffer with CPTSD, severe, crippling depression, anxiety, bipolar type 1, ADD, and even acute agoraphobia has been thrown around. I have not been diagnosed with that, but that is something that has been talked about a few times and tossed around. But so I understand what he's going through. Back in the day, whenever I was so depressed and I just lost my mom and my son and my boyfriend and my sister and everybody that I loved, I had no support. I was too much of a, well, I'm not going to say I was a pussy, because I was too much of a coward to do it. Like a way that I knew that I was going to die, or it was going to hurt, or I was going to feel something, or I was going to know that I was dying. I would just take a bunch of pills and do as much heroin as I could until my nose would clog up, and then I'd go to sleep and hope that I didn't wake up. And every time I woke up, it was another disappointing day. And if I had had somebody back then to say, you're gonna make it through this, and your life is worth something. Just because things are bad now doesn't mean that it's always gonna be like this. If I had had somebody, anybody, that would have ended a lot sooner. I lived through it, luckily, because most people don't live through mixing heroin and benzos for long. And somehow I did it for multiple years, every day. Somehow I made it through, so obviously I'm meant to be here. But anyways, I know that it's hard because some people do troll, and some people do, say it for attention, and use mental health for attention, and sympathy, and that kind of stuff. But when somebody starts threatening suicide, it's always best to take it seriously. Like I said, I know that there are trolls. I know that some people are just do very nasty things and use mental health. But the one time that you don't believe them and you don't take them seriously could be the last time you ever talk to them. And that could be the thing that pushes them over the edge. Not having any support or nobody believing that they're in that bad of a way. So it's best to always, always believe somebody when they say that they're on the verge of suicide. And in the same breath, to the people that do use mental health and suicide to control situations, because believe me, I had a friend that did this to me here on YouTube. We're no longer friends, obviously, but they're very mentally ill and very controlling and very narcissistic. And every time that they would sense that I was about done with the crap and I was no longer going to take them trying to control me and treating me like shit, they would pull a I'm suicidal card to get me to be like, oh God, pander to them and pat them on the ass. And I believe this person was depressed, but I know that the suicide thing was to control people, to control my feelings, and to keep me around. And I had an ex-boyfriend that did the same exact thing. Every time I would leave him, he would say he was going to kill himself. Stop doing that. Please. Now y'all see what happens when you say those kind of things. And troll about killing yourself. Y'all see what happens. People don't believe you. People think you're just joking. People think this, people think that. So then when there's somebody that's serious about it, people don't take it seriously. And those people lose support because of people that troll about it and make shit up. So please don't do that anymore, guys. Never say you're suicidal unless you're suicidal. Please. If you want to say you're depressed and you're not really depressed, whatever, I can't stop you. And I can't stop you from pulling the suicide card. But let your moral conscience please stop you. Because these people need support more than anything. We need to support each other. You know how many heartbroken people there are today? A family, friends, so many fans, or subscribers, or whatever you want to call them. This is a loss for all of YouTube. This is a wake-up call for all of YouTube. Everybody that uploads videos, this should affect you. Because one of our fellow creators took his own life. And this also shows a thing I like to call masking. Brown Eyed Girl was talking about this in the end of her video. How, you think that we're so happy and you think we're so joyful and oh, well, how are you depressed? Because look at you, you're so happy and you put on your makeup and you just, depression is laying in bed and crying all day. No, it's not. And you don't know how I am in my real life. All you know is what I record. All you know is how I speak when I record. You don't know the pain I feel when I stop this video. You don't know that I feel like I'm dying inside all the time. You don't know that I feel like I want to jump out of my skin all the time because I'm just so anxious. And it's called masking. And all my people out there that suffer with mental health, I know you do this too. When you're in front of people, you downplay how you're really feeling inside by putting on a fake smile and how's everybody doing today? But that's not really you. That's not who you are when you're alone at home or when you're with the people that really know you best. It's not who you are. That's not how you act. And we do it to downplay our own mental health. And it's obvious to me that man did that he masked severely. Even in his last video, he was smiling and talking to people normally and he sounded happy. And he was on the way to kill himself. I mean, if you know somebody that you even think is struggling a little bit, reach out to them, please. Please reach out. Because that little bit of support that you show might be the boost that they needed to get through the week or even the day. Any of you out there that are struggling, I'm no mental health professional. I'm not an addiction professional. I'm a professional of no sort. I've just been through a lot. But if you need to talk, I answer every comment in my comment section. And my Twitter name is the same, and I answer every message that I get. If you need somebody to talk to, message me. Like I said, I can't give you mental health advice or, anything like that, but I can provide you with support and understanding. Sometimes that's all people need is understanding. Somebody to say, I know how you feel, or I understand how you feel, or something. Just something.